Good day, everyone. My name is Nusara Abdul. Today, I'm going to discuss my topic, and it is all about the museums. First, we have the learning outcomes. How do we define the museum? Second one is what is a museum and what its purpose. So, museum is a building or an institution that cares for a collection of artifacts and other objects of scientific, artistic, cultural, or historical importance and makes them available for public viewing through exhibits that may be permanent or temporary. It is also to the gathering, care, and display of an object lasting interest or value. So when you say museum is a non-profit. It was actually a permanent or temporary institution in the service of our society and its development. So it is also open to the public, which acquires, conserve, conserves researchers and communicates of an exhibit. Communicates of an exhibit. It is also devoted to the gathering. So when we go to museum, we can see that a lot of paintings of the artist, and it was actually an interest. It was interested for all. Second one is what is the purpose? So museum enable people to explore collection for inspiration, learning, and enjoyment. There are institutions that collect, safeguard, and make accessible artifacts which they look and trust for society. So one of the purpose of museum is to explore, and it makes us inspiration and of course the enjoyment. And museum is a collection and display that it will interpret the material for the visitors. So this is one of the famous museum, and it is actually in the Paris. So second one is our museum in the Philippines, the National Museum. And we have the different types of museums, that is architectural museums, art museums, biographical museums, children museums, ethnology museums, history museums. So architectural museum is a museum or institution dedicated to educating visitors about an architecture, a variety of related fields often including urban design and landscape design, interior decoration, and engineering and historic preservation. And art museum also is also known as art gallery. It is a space for the exhibition art, usually in the forum of an art object from the visual arts, primarily painting, illustration, and sculpture. So the third one is biographical museum. So the biographical museum is dedicated to the items relating to the life of a single person or a group of people, and maybe also display the items collected by their subject during their lifetimes. Some biographical museum is located in our house or in other site associated with the lives of their subjects. So the fourth one is the Children Museum. So when it's in the Children Museum is an institution that provide exhibit and program to stimulate informal learning experience for children. It contrasts with traditional museums that typically have a hands-off policy regarding exhibits. Children's museums, which are interactive, are exhibits that are designed to be manipulated by the children. So we have also the ethnology museum. So ethnology museum is a type of museum that focuses on studying and collecting, preserving, and displaying artifacts and objects concerning ethnology and anthropology. This type of museum usually were built in countries possessing diverse ethnic groups or significant numbers of minorities. So the history museum. So history museum is cover the knowledge of history and its relevance to the present and future. Historic houses is the most numerous within in the category. So I will discuss also the writing about art. So art writing addresses material literary forms which draw attention to the spatiality of writing and the physicality of its support, but the interest of writing diverse for those of literature. Art writing is involved to relation between people as discursive. So actually, art is it actually express the writer to make a great writing about art. So we have the four things that have great piece of writing about art. First, we have the analysis, description, interpretation, and evaluation. So when we say analysis this is when we try to figure out what is considered a good piece of artwork. It is used discretion to determine what is an art. So the second one is the descriptions. A description is a describing also. This is just like it sounds, describing what you actually see in the artwork. And the third one is the interpretation. So this interpretation is to figure out what the work is about. Most of the time, there is no wrong answer, but artists usually create our art because they have something to specific to say. And the fourth one is evaluation. When you say evaluation or evaluate this is where you reflect on everything you written about, like a conclusion and answering the question so that you can evaluate. So writing process. So that's in the writing process. So writing process involves the researching the topic, planning the structures, drafting the text, and revising, editing, and proofreading. So when you say writing process, it is also an essay to explain how to do something, or this is kind of tutorial that describe a process by step. Examples is you need to cook a pie or draw a picture. In this case, you need to follow the step by step so that you can know what is the process on how to do it. So stages of writing, we have the pre-writing, drafting, revising, and editing. So pre-writing is the process of coming up with the ideas of your essay. This is not actually a formal or a polished writing. And actually there are many pre-writing techniques that we should do, and that is actually you should brainstorming, just think, free-writing, just write whatever you want, and clustering. So a clustering is a way of narrowing your thoughts about connecting your ideas. So of course we have also outlining. This come up after you already have the ideas for your paper. So we have also, so the second one is the drafting. So when you say drafting is the draft, that the first attempt to organize information. Then we have the revising. So revising, when you say revising is the reworking your essay so that the ideas are expressed in the best way possible. Revising is not an editing stage. So we have also the last one, editing. So when we say editing is eliminating punctuations, a grammar. We need to edit the grammar. We need to check it, and the spelling or the spelling mistakes. So we should save for the end of the writing process. So I think that's all, and that's all. And thank you for listening. If you have any questions and clarification, you can actually question me. So thank you, everyone.